The Hedgehog Who Sat in the Garden. In a quiet corner of Bramble Whisper Woods, where the trees hummed softly at dusk, lived a small family of hedgehogs, Daddy Hedgehog, Mummy Hedgehog, and their bright, laughing daughter, Willow. Their days were filled with little triumphs: Willow's first day at school, Mummy Hedgehog's knitted scarf winning second prize at the autumn fair, and Daddy Hedgehog fixing the leaky roof all by himself, even though heights made his paws tremble. But behind the laughter sat worries too: bills piled too high, debts that nipped at their heels, and long nights when Daddy Hedgehog stayed up by lantern light, sorting paperwork alone. He had been working on something special, something he hoped would change everything: a new burrow. A safer, sunnier home, closer to Mummy Hedgehog's friends, so she wouldn't feel so lonely or stretched thin. He imagined the joy on her face when he could finally say,
"It's ready. We can move."
Morning, overwhelmed by everything she had carried silently, Mummy Hedgehog whispered that she needed space. Time, room to breathe and remember who she was beneath the weight of expectations. Before Daddy Hedgehog could show her the nearly finished paperwork, the burrow he'd spent months securing, she walked away, Willow's tiny paw in hers. Daddy Hedgehog wanted to chase them. Every quill on his back ached. But love held him still. He wouldn't pull her back before she was ready. Days passed, then weeks. He stayed alone in the old burrow, surrounded by half-sorted forms and the fading scent of the lavender candles Mummy Hedgehog used to light. He told himself she needed time. But another worry crept in: another hedgehog, a friend of hers, slowly stepping into spaces he once held dear. The thought stung, but he whispered,
"If she needs someone, then I won't stand in the way."
Still, deep down, he feared the quiet truth. He might never win back the love of his life. One evening, by the dim flicker of the lantern, Daddy Hedgehog took a small acorn ink pen and wrote Willow a letter. Not because he was leaving, but because fear told him that sometimes life carries loved ones far, far away. He wrote slowly, carefully.
"My dearest Willow, if one day I cannot stand beside you, know this: I'll always be there in my own way. When you walk out of school, on your last day, I'll be the pride in the wind. When you open your exam results, I'll be cheering so loudly the trees will shake. And when your heart breaks for the first time, look for me in the quiet. I will be there. On your wedding day, I may not sit in the front row, but I will be there with you, in soul and heart. And when you hold your own little hoglet, my love will wrap around you like a warm blanket."
He folded the letter and placed it inside a tiny wooden box carved with flowers. Life changed slowly after that. Mummy Hedgehog and Willow built a new routine in their village. Daddy Hedgehog didn't blame them. He wanted them to feel safe, supported, understood. Things he hadn't always been able to give while scrambling to fix everything. Daddy Hedgehog moved too, though not to the burrow he once planned. Instead, he found a small garden at the edge of the woods, overflowing with wildflowers that never asked anything of him except to be noticed. Every morning he sat among the petals. Every evening he wondered,
What if timings had been different? What if she had stayed long enough to see how hard I tried? What if the life I imagined for the three of us had come true?
But flowers teach patience. They bloom, they fade, they bloom again, never rushing their journey. One warm afternoon, as golden light spilled across the garden, Daddy Hedgehog closed his eyes and understood something gently true: love doesn't disappear. It transforms. It settles in the heart like seeds waiting for a kinder season. He still missed them, every day. But the pain softened. The memories became part of the garden inside him. He whispered into the breeze,
"I hope they're happy. I truly do hope they're happy."
And he meant every word. Sitting among the flowers, he placed a paw over his chest and felt the steady thrum of love that would never fade. Mummy Hedgehog, Willow, the family he once held, the family he would always carry within him. And when the wind rustled gently through the leaves, warm and soft as a kiss, he allowed himself to hope, just for a moment, that maybe they felt him too. Seedling moral: real love is not about holding tightly. It's about wishing happiness for others, even when your paths must grow in different directions. Like flowers, hearts can learn to bloom again.
Thanks for listening.